There's a huge dog back over there that I could eat me alive for sure. It's alright. I won't be putting my hands on. Scary, huh? Totally scary. I'm moving on. And bark alone. It's a warning sign. Beware, beware. It's effective too. Fear, stress, even anger, they all serve a potentially positive purpose in our lives, as well as, of course, being potentially very, very destructive. Should I acknowledge my fear, or should I deny my fear? If I don't acknowledge my fear, I could potentially have a terrible, terrible problem. Like with the dog, I could lose a finger or a hand. If I deny my fear, chances are I'm only going to make it worse. I'm going to draw my focus to my fears. I tell myself, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Of course, I'm thinking about being afraid. So that never works. Like trying to tell yourself, don't stress out. Right? All that does is stress you out even more, makes you wonder what's wrong with you, why are you so nervous about something, do other people get nervous about this, I shouldn't get nervous. So you're like totally obsessing and focused on being nervous, as opposed to just embracing the stress and acknowledging that it's there to actually potentially help you. Like when I feel stressed, I recognize that I'm fully alert and ready to go, bring it on. I know that I'm not sleepy, I'm fully present and ready to deliver at my very best. And so it's a way of understanding the positive aspect of stress and embracing the stress, and even thinking of the stress as a friend of mine, knowing that when I feel the butterflies in my stomach, or if I feel any sense of anxiety, that I know that potentially it can be very constructive. Now, of course, it can be very destructive, just stressing out and feeling very, very upset, pinched neck, pinched shoulders, that kind of thing. That's not really what we want to encourage. So the interesting irony about this is that when we embrace our difficult feelings, we tend to be focused more on the positive aspects of what these warning signals can actually bring to us. So stress, as I said, is helping us recognize that we're fully alert and present for the situation. Fear could be a warning sign that keeps us vigilant or keeps us safe. Like let's say you're fearing a medical situation, a medical procedure, and this may be enough encouragement, enough motivation for you to seek a second opinion. So in that sense, the fear is a very good thing. So you definitely don't want to try to deny these feelings, because they're there. So we want to acknowledge that they're there, accept that they're there, and even try to see how they may be helping us, and embrace the fact that they're there to potentially help us. And we'll feel so much better about that. Now, one thing that I do want to bring to mind is that when we have fear or stress or anger, and it's getting in the way of the quality of our life, like let's say we have fear of flying, and this could potentially be getting in the way of our life. We can't fly across country to see relatives, or we can't do business. By recognizing that we have this fear, instead of saying, oh no, we don't, and force ourselves, trying to desensitize ourselves to it, instead of doing that, if we recognize this fear, we honor the fear and we allow ourselves to make a choice. Well, do I want to drive across country, or do I want to put myself in a situation that knowingly is going to cause a lot of stress? And so again, we're just honoring and validating our feelings and that goes a long ways to changing a mindset instead of just trying to force something that is very unpleasant. So these are positive ways of looking at our difficult feelings and understanding that in fact they have a lot of positive potential in them. That's a really, really good thing that you care enough about yourself to be warning yourself and to be trying to get your own attention. So don't ignore the warning signs, embrace them and see what they have to offer, see how they're trying to help you.
Well, that's a good question.
If you eat them all, or when you eat them all, will it be bigger?
Should get much bigger around the middle.
Before